All right, let's see if we can keep this video under like 5 or 10 minutes. Basically, no, I'm not BSing about the whole running for president thing. I looked up; it looks like you only need $5,000 worth of donations or whatnot. I'll put up the $5,000 myself, but that's if we have to do that. Basically, the whole ploy behind that is that if they don't want to give us the legitimate news coverage, because I've seen out here they talking about bears and trees and everything, but when a United States veteran goes knocking on doors telling you have a matter of national security and we have irrefutable proof of the matter, and they don't want to do nothing, not only do not do nothing, but they actively seek to silence it, and yet I'm still running around free despite calling the Federal Bureau of Investigations and the Secret Service, telling them I have proof and showing evidence in person to the Capitol Hill Police, and they still don't want to do nothing. In fact, they seek to keep it quiet. You would not believe how many people say, no, we just don't want to see the evidence, because they don't want to have anything to do with it because it's such a big matter. So I figure if they won't let us show it in person, we'll use the presidential election to get the coverage. But you know, for some weird reason I would end up taking a win, which you never know because we got the poor vote and all that. I would do the job right, man. I would get rid of the swamp and everything and not focus on the stuff they keep us divided for. But that's a conversation for another day. What I'm basically gonna do now is just keep you updated, let you know what's going down. Basically, I've had news reporters show up and they silenced them because they were supposed to be contacting me within a couple weeks, and it's been over a month now. So they shut down that interview, even though I showed my DD-214 showing that I was a 25 Bravo Delta 2 Sierra 1 computer specialist with defensive messaging capabilities, adding validity to the seemingly outlandish claims that I make. But so besides that, I've contacted Georgetown University, and they seem to have a legal aid department, so I'm gonna use them to do sort of like a Ferguson versus the Board of Education, where we the people do a lawsuit. I'm not interested in money, even though I have damages that would probably allow for a huge allotment to myself. I'm not concerned about the money. I'm just interested in getting our freedoms and our country back. You see, we own this country, and at some point you got to take responsibility with your ownership, because it's all good to run around saying you own something, but if you own a car and you hit somebody, then it's your fault. Well, our country, even though we're a great nation, the world respects us and counts on us to lead them and everything, we've been up to no good for a long time, people, and it's about time we stood up and took responsibility for our actions and got rid of these people in Congress. And you know, if I have to take a job that I don't particularly want to do it, so be it, if y'all would want to do that. But like I said, that's a conversation for another day, because you know, we've given the suits and ties plenty of ways to plenty of chances to make good on it. Whether it's Democrat or Republican, they both messing up. And you can see that with gold, all right? Because gold went from like 1,600 to 2,400 during the Democrat rule. Well, under Trump, it's been to 2,400 to 3,600. So both of them had over a 50% increase in the price of gold, meaning our dollar dropped that much. We are down to like the dollar being 99.9% worthless at the point. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, because both of them are crooked. And you know what? I'm not interested in money. I done proved that I can't be bought, because I gave out the well tracking system to y'all for free. I could have kept it to myself and got rich, but it never really concerned me, because I grew up poor and I wanted to do right by y'all. I wanted to give y'all a chance to climb up. And you know what? If, like I said, if it means I gotta go for a job that I don't want, well, so be it. There's $5,000 out of my pocket. I'll pull up and we'll do a GoFundMe or whatnot if we need to. And y'all ain't gotta worry about me getting bought out. But that, once again, that's for later days. Right now, I'm gonna focus on talking with Georgetown, and I'm trying to get the shelter right there I've been staying at, doing the little jobs and all that, and basically just trying to get the message out. I mean, we have enough proof on me in person, because y'all helped me collect it before I left, to put a large portion of Congress in jail for multiple life sentences, and that explains why they're keeping it quiet. But in the meantime, we're just gonna stay diligent. We're gonna do this thing together. You know what I'm saying? Teamwork makes the dream work. And you know, the way I look at it, if we have to go well, that seems like a long shot, but if we have to go to the point where we gotta put one of us in office, well, you know what? A group of thugs made this country great originally. You know, it's a group of thugs that took control from the crown and said, you know what, this is our land. We're gonna handle it ourselves. Well, maybe it's a group of thugs y'all need to get this country right, because I believe that it's we the people. It's not we the people who ain't been to jail. And although I've never had a felony and all that, so I qualify for it, that's not the only thing. You know, we know when we smell BS. I'm from the country, you know what I'm saying? I know a snake in the grass when I see one. And that's why I know just what to do with the swamp down the road. But in the meantime, we just gonna try the legal matter, do a civil suit and all that, because like I said, I don't want the job. I'll do it right, but I really don't want to have to go through all that BS. Cause I'm gonna tell you some stuff. You ain't always gonna like my answer. You said I'm looking for freedom. I'm looking to restore our country and really make it great again. Not just talk about making it great. Not just pontificating to hear my own voice. How you said it was never my intentions to gather fame and clout. Those are two things I never really cared much about. I never wanted to stand up on a stage to hear others, for others to hear me scream and shout. Had I been given the choice, I would have went the Samuel Clemens route. And that pretty much explains it, bro. I don't care to be the man out front. And if there was somebody else willing to do this, I'd gladly let them, but there's not. And so I'm doing what I always do. While y'all busy arguing about stuff and how it needs to be this way and this way, I'm just trying to get the job done. Because I'm the hardest working lazy person you ever see in your life. I work my ass off so I can sit the fuck back down, pardon my French. But I hope y'all staying safe out there, and y'all just stay diligent, bro, because I ain't giving up on y'all. I know I'm hard to get along with, and I'm not the easiest person to be around, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up. It just means I need to recharge from time to time. Anyway, this has been your update, and I hope y'all staying safe. Keep your heads on a swivel. White boy Josh out. Well.